Have you ever felt like the whole world was against you? Like every door you knocked on was slammed shut in your face? Well, today, we're talking about a man who turned rejection into his greatest strength. A true Hollywood legend. Sylvester Stallone. His story begins on July 6, 1946, in New York City. His birth was difficult. Complications left the nerves on the left side of his face partially paralyzed. This resulted in his signature slurred speech and drooping lower lip, things that many people would later mock. His childhood wasn't much easier. His parents' divorce meant he moved around a lot, often feeling like an outcast. At school, he was misunderstood, and some teachers even told him he would never amount to anything. He struggled with reading and writing, which made him feel even more isolated. But even then, a fire was burning inside him, a dream of something more. As a teenager, he found his escape and his confidence in bodybuilding and acting. Lifting weights made him feel powerful. And the stage gave him a voice to express the emotions he kept locked away. Determined to pursue his passion, he studied drama, working tirelessly to hone his craft. But the path to stardom was far from glamorous. In his early years, Stallone was incredibly poor. He took any small acting job he could find, often for very little pay. There were times he was homeless, sleeping in bus stations. It was during this desperate period that he made a heart-wrenching decision. He had to sell his beloved dog Butkus just to have enough money to eat. He stood outside a liquor store until a stranger bought his best friend. It was his lowest point, but he vowed that one day he would get his dog back. Fueled by desperation and an unbreakable belief in himself, Stallone started writing. He poured all his pain, his struggle, and his hope into a script about a down-and-out boxer who gets one last shot at glory. He wrote the entire screenplay for Rocky in just 3.5 days. Producers loved the story, they loved the heart, but they didn't love the idea of Stallone playing the lead. They wanted a big, established star. They offered him more and more money for the script, eventually reaching over $300,000, a life-changing amount for someone who was broke. But Stallone refused. He told them the story was his, and he was the only one who could play Rocky Balboa. It was an all-or-nothing gamble. Finally, the producers relented, but with a tiny budget. The first thing Stallone did after getting his initial payment, he went back to that liquor store, waited for 3 days, and bought his dog back from the man he sold him to, even though it cost him far more. In 1976, Rocky was released, and it became a global phenomenon. It was the highest-grossing film of the year and won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Sylvester Stallone, the kid nobody believed in, was now an international superstar. His life was transformed overnight. He went on to create another iconic character, the misunderstood war veteran John Rambo, and built a career that has spanned decades. He faced criticism and setbacks along the way, but he never stopped working, never stopped pushing, and never stopped believing. 2. His journey teaches us that our beginnings don't define our endings. It's about the fight, the persistence, and the courage to get back up one more time than you get knocked down. Sylvester Stallone's life is a powerful reminder that sometimes the greatest underdog stories are the real ones. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.